You get paid on Friday. Your account shows $2,400 after taxes hit. You think, okay, this is good. I can do this month. Everything feels fine at first. You've got time to make it work. But then, Sunday rolls around. You look again. $1,800 left. No major purchases. No emergency. Just gone. And you're sitting there wondering, where the hell does it all go? If that's you, then you're about to discover 5 stupid simple shifts that are going to put $300 back in your pocket every single month. My name is Tom, and I spend way too much time thinking about paycheck psychology. Like, embarrassingly too much time. If you're someone who feels like you're earning decent money but somehow still living paycheck to paycheck, or if you wonder why saving feels literally impossible even though you want to, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if this helps you out, throw a thumbs up on the way out because it genuinely helps me know you found this valuable. Here's what most people don't realize. The problem isn't your income. The problem is your paycheck structure. Over 2/3 of Americans, that's 67%, are living paycheck to paycheck right now. Not because they're bad with money. Not because they're buying things they don't need. They're living paycheck to paycheck because their paycheck itself is working against them. And nobody ever taught them how to fix that. So today, I'm going to show you 5 shifts, small, behavioral changes that literally rewire how your money moves through your life. Okay, look. When your entire paycheck lands in one account, your brain treats it all the same way. It's all available money. And when money feels available, you spend it. That's not a character flaw. That's neuroscience. Here's what's actually happening. You have something called present bias. It's this psychological quirk where your brain overvalues money right now and dramatically undervalues money you'll need later. So when you see $2,400 in your checking account, your brain doesn't think I need to budget this. Your brain thinks I can spend this. Now, you might be thinking, Tom, I'm already trying to be disciplined. I'm already trying not to spend it. Yeah, and how's that working out? Here's the thing. Discipline is a finite resource. You only have so much willpower in a day. You use it at work. You use it in your relationships. By the time you get home and you're tired, you don't have much left. So asking yourself to manually move money to savings every paycheck is like asking someone on a diet to willpower their way past a donut shop every single day. Eventually, you're going to fail. It's not because you lack willpower. It's because you're fighting your own brain. The solution? Split deposit. Here's how it works. You call your employer's payroll department, or you log into your HR system, and you ask them to split your direct deposit into 2 accounts. Most companies let you do this in like 30 seconds. Let's say your take-home is $2,000 bi-weekly. You set it up so $400 goes to your savings account automatically, and $1,600 goes to your checking account. Now watch what happens to your brain. You wake up Friday morning, your paycheck hits, and you check your checking account. It says $1,600, not $2,000. So your brain immediately recalibrates. You think, okay, I have $1,600 to live on this pay period. You didn't lose $400. Your brain just never counted it as available spending money in the first place. This is what's called the out of sight, out of mind principle. It's not magic. It's psychology. The research on this is actually wild. A Harvard Business School study tracked 50,000 employees over 5 years. People who used automatic split deposits saved an average of $4,200 a year. People who tried to manually move money to savings averaged $1,800. The difference? $2,400 per person, per year. And the only thing that changed was the structure of how the money moved. Action step for you. Call your HR department this week and set up a split direct deposit. Just $300 to savings. You're not going to miss it. Now, here's where I get slightly frustrated with people. And I don't mean this harshly, but 77% of Americans check their pay stub, but only to glance at the deposit amount. Like 5 seconds of attention. That's it. And look, I get it. Pay stubs are confusing. There are like 17 different line items, and half of them have acronyms that look like someone sneezed on a keyboard. Federal tax, state tax, FICA, Medicare, FSA, 401k match, health insurance deductions, dependent care. It's a mess. But here's the thing, hidden in that pay stub is literally free money that you're probably leaving on the table. And I'm not exaggerating. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say you're making $60,000 a year. You're paid monthly, so roughly $5,000 before taxes. After taxes, you're bringing home about $3,750. Now look at your withholdings. If you're like most people, you filled out your W-4 form when you started the job and never touched it again. And your tax withholding is probably wrong. Here's why. The IRS designed the tax system assuming you have a standard life. One job. Married, maybe. Standard deductions. But your life probably isn't standard. Maybe you're single and live with roommates. Maybe you have a side gig. Maybe your spouse makes money too. Or maybe you don't have any dependents and you overwithheld last year. And when you overwithhold, that's basically giving the government an interest-free loan. You're letting them hold your money for an entire year and then getting a refund in April with zero interest. Let's say your tax withholding is off by just $100 per month. That's $1,200 a year that you could have in your pocket right now, earning interest, instead of sitting in a government account doing nothing. How do you fix this? You use the IRS tax withholding estimator. It's free. It's on IRS.gov. You plug in your actual financial situation, and it tells you exactly what you should be withholding. Then you update your W-4 and submit it to your employer. Takes 15 minutes. And here's the bonus. If you're slightly underwithheld, you might owe a small amount at tax time, but at least you had the money all year to earn interest or pay down debt. But most people don't do this. Why? Because looking at a pay stub feels boring. It feels like a chore. Your brain is like, I'm not doing that. Now, you might be thinking, Nick, this only saves me like $50 to $100 a month if I'm lucky. Yeah, that's the point. All 5 of these shifts are small, but they're consistent, and they stack. Action step. Download your last 3 pay stubs. Spend 10 minutes actually reading them. Check for tax withholding errors. Use the IRS estimator. Optional benefits you're not using. Commuter benefits, FSA, dependent care accounts, 401k match. Are you getting the full company match? If your company matches 4% and you're only contributing 2%, you're literally leaving free money on the table. That's not investing. That's your employer giving you money. Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. And I know you think you know what I'm about to say, but you don't. So stick with me. Most financial advice will tell you, cancel your subscriptions. You're spending $200 a month on Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, gym memberships, blah blah blah. And yeah, that's true for some people. Some people are hemorrhaging money on subscriptions they don't use. But here's what most people don't realize. The real money leak isn't the subscriptions you remember signing up for. It's the ones you forgot about. Research shows that 45% of people can't accurately list all their subscriptions upon 45%. They literally have no idea what they're paying for. So they've got Apple Music and Spotify and Amazon Music running simultaneously. They have 3 different cloud storage subscriptions. They signed up for a 7-day free trial of some meditation app and forgot to cancel, so they've been charged $9.99 a month for 10 months without ever opening the app once. That's $99.90 for something you never used. Here's the psychological reason this happens. It's called inertia or status quo bias. Once something is set up and working, your brain treats it as the default. So you never think about it. You just let it run. Let me give you an actual example. I worked with someone who thought they were only spending $40 a month on subscriptions. Turns out, they had Netflix $15.99, Disney Plus $7.99, Hulu $7.99, Apple TV Plus $9.99, Amazon Prime $14.99. But they just wanted the shipping. Spotify $9.99, a meditation app they hadn't opened in 2 years, $9.99, a meal planning service $4.99, a language learning app $12.99. Total, $104.91 per month. She thought it was $40. She was actually spending $105. The kicker, she was paying for 3 music services and using none of them because she didn't even realize they were running. That's $1,259 a year. Just gone. Here's what you do. Pull up your credit card or bank statement for the last 3 months. Search for recurring charges. Any charge that happens every month? That's a subscription. Then go through each one and ask yourself, have I used this in the last 30 days? If the answer is no, you cancel it. Not I'll cancel it later. You cancel it right now while you're looking at it. Now, here's the thing. Not all subscriptions are bad. Netflix? If you're actually watching it, that's fine. A gym membership? If you're going 3 times a week, keep it. But if you're paying for something you're not using, that's just money that's worse than a bad decision. It's a forgotten decision. Most people find $30 to $60 in forgotten subscriptions. Some find $100 plus. Action step. Check your statement right after this video. Cancel anything you haven't used in 30 days. That's another $30 to $50 a month back in your pocket. We're now at like $130 to $150 a month from just 3 shifts. Now, here's where the psychology of money gets really interesting. And I want you to listen carefully because this isn't about cutting spending. This is about redirecting it. Here's what I mean. Most people's financial advice is like, stop spending money on coffee. Pack your lunch. Don't buy clothes. And you know what? When someone tells you not to do something, you want to do it more. That's called psychological reactance. Your brain is literally wired to resist being told what to do. So instead of telling you to not spend money on discretionary stuff, let me tell you what's actually happening when you do. Research shows that about 50% of people use shopping as a form of mood regulation. You have a bad day at work? You go buy something. You're stressed? You order delivery. You're bored? You browse online and add stuff to your cart. You're not making rational financial decisions. You're using shopping as medication. And here's the thing, it works, but only temporarily. You get a little dopamine hit, feel better for an hour, and then the regret sets in. Here's what most people don't realize. Every single discretionary purchase is actually a decision about your future, not just your present. Let me show you this in real numbers. Coffee. Let's say you buy 1 coffee a day at $5.50. That's $5.50 times 365 days equals $2,007.50 per year. But it's not just $2,007. If you invested that $2,007 instead at a 7% average return, in 10 years, that's $3,960. In 20 years, that's $7,791. Lunch, same thing. You buy lunch out instead of packing it. $12 a day times 365 equals $4,380 per year. Needs purchases that are really wants. You see something online, you need it, you buy it. $30 here, $50 there. That adds up to maybe $3,000 to $5,000 per year for a lot of people. Total, we're talking about $9,000 to $11,000 a year that's going to discretionary stuff that provides basically zero long-term value. Now, I'm not saying you should never buy coffee or lunch out. You should. You're human. Life should have joy in it. But here's the shift. Instead of cutting discretionary spending entirely, redirect 30 to 50% of it. So if you're spending $500 a month on discretionary stuff, coffee, takeout, impulse purchases, entertainment, instead of cutting it to $0, which won't last, cut it to $250 to $350. Redirect the $150 to $250 to savings. Here's why this works psychologically. You're not depriving yourself. You're still getting coffee. You're still getting to eat out. You're just doing it less frequently. And your brain doesn't hate that the way it hates total deprivation. But here's where it gets even more interesting. When you automate that redirect, when you set up that split direct deposit and the money goes straight to savings before you even see it, you naturally spend less because you're not being tempted by money sitting in your checking account. Remember that study I mentioned? When people automated their savings, they saved more even while spending the rest freely. Why? Because there's less money in their checking account to spend impulsively on. It's like putting your temptation at a distance. You can still have pizza, but you have to actively think about it instead of just pulling out your card. Action step. Don't cut discretionary spending. Redirect 30% of it. If you're spending $500 a month on stuff, redirect $150 to automatic savings. You still get $350 to live on. You still get coffee. You're just more intentional about it. We're now at $200 to $250 a month from 4 shifts. Okay, we're at the last shift, and this is the one that separates people who are just saving from people who are actually building wealth. Most people, when they set up savings, they throw the money into a regular savings account at their bank. And you know what the interest rate is on a regular savings account at most banks? Like 0.01%. That means if you save $300 a month, by the end of the year, you save $3,600. And you've earned like 36 cents in interest. Congratulations, you can buy a piece of gum with that. Now, you might think, Tom, that's still money I didn't have before. Yeah, technically. But here's what you're missing. Your money is sitting there doing nothing while inflation is eating away at its value. Here's the math. Inflation is running about 3% right now. That means the $3,600 you saved is worth about 3% less next year just because of inflation, even if you earn those tiny interest crumbs. But what if you moved that $3,600 into a high-yield savings account instead? High-yield savings accounts are offering about 4 to 4.5% interest right now. That's not investment returns. That's just savings account interest. So $3,600 in a high-yield savings account earning 4.3%. That's about $155 in interest per year. For just moving your money to a different account. And here's the thing that's kind of wild. Banks don't want you to know this, because they want your money in their 0.01% savings account. That way, they can lend your money out to other people at 5 to 7% interest and keep the difference. You're literally handing banks free money. Most high-yield savings accounts, places like Fidelity, Marcus, Ally, they're free. No monthly fees. No minimum balance. You just transfer your money over. And look, $155 a year might not sound like much. But combined with everything else, let me show you what $300 a month actually becomes. Split deposit. You're saving $300 per month equals $3,600 per year. Pay stub audit. Finding $50 to $100 in corrections equals $600 to $1,200 per year. Subscription autopsy. Canceling forgotten subscriptions equals $360 to $600 per year. Discretionary redirect. Redirecting 30% of impulse spending equals $1,800 per year. If you redirect $150 per month. Interest strategy. Moving to high-yield savings equals $155 plus year in interest alone. Total, $6,515 to $7,555 per year. Or in monthly terms, $543 to $630 per month. And this isn't from earning more money. This isn't from side hustles or second jobs. This is from understanding how your paycheck and your brain work together, and then restructuring it so they work for you instead of against you. Now, I want to be honest with you about why most people won't do this. And I say this with genuine compassion, not judgment. Most people know they should save. Most people want to save. But they don't, because saving requires them to do something different today for a benefit they can't see yet. That's called present bias. Your brain is literally neurologically wired to overvalue today and undervalue tomorrow. It's not your fault. It's biology. So your brain is like, yeah, but if I set up that split deposit, I'm $300 poorer today. What if I need that $300? And that feels true. It feels like you're losing money. But here's what's actually happening. You're not losing $300. You're protecting that $300 from your own impulses. You're using automation as a tool to work with your psychology instead of against it. This is why automation works when willpower doesn't. Because automation doesn't require willpower. It requires one decision, made once, that then runs on its own. You're not waking up every day and choosing to be disciplined. You're waking up every day and the system is already working. Now, you might be thinking a few things right now, but what if I have an emergency and I need that money? Okay, fair. But here's the thing. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have an emergency regularly. A car repair, a medical bill, an unexpected expense. So you're never actually building savings because any money you save immediately gets wiped out by the next emergency. This is why the emergency fund matters. You start with a split deposit, save $300 per month, and after a few months, you have $1,200. That's a small emergency fund. Not huge, but it's something. And now when the next emergency comes, you don't have to put it on a credit card at 22% interest. You can use your savings. It takes time, but it works. But $300 per month isn't that much. No, it's not. But $3,600 a year is that much. And $36,000 over 10 years absolutely is that much. And if you're 25 and you do this for 40 years until retirement, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in compounded growth. Most people don't build wealth through one huge decision. They build it through consistent, small decisions that compound over time. What if I'm making minimum wage? I can't save $300 per month. Yeah, I hear you. Start with whatever you can, $50, $100. The psychology still works. You're still training your brain that saving is normal. And small amounts compound too. Okay, so here's what I want you to do starting today. Step 1. Call your HR department and set up split direct deposit, even if it's just $100. Get it done this week. Step 2. Pull your last 3 pay stubs and spend 10 minutes checking your tax withholding. Step 3. Search your credit card for recurring charges and cancel anything you're not using. Step 4. Redirect 30% of your discretionary spending to savings. Step 5. Move your savings to a high-yield account. None of these take more than 30 minutes total. And combined, you're looking at $300 to $600 more per month that you actually get to keep. That's real money. That's freedom money. And look, I know it feels like $300 per month doesn't matter. But you know what matters more? The fact that you're doing something. Most people don't. Most people just let their paycheck happen to them. You're going to actually structure it. So hit that subscribe button if this video helped. Comment below and tell me which shift you're implementing first. And check out the next video where we talk about what to actually do with that money once you saved it. Because saving money isn't the goal. Financial security is the goal. And that only happens when you know how to save money and what to do with it next. I'll see you in the next one.